Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we're talking about The Suicide Squad, a new movie out in theaters and on HBO Max right now. And in The Suicide Squad, the team of superheroes of the same name go to this South American country to try and obtain this experiment for the US government. To get things started, the acting in the movie and the characters are all pretty well done. Idris Elba as Bloodsport was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Idris Elba seems to be really good at almost everything he does, and the Suicide Squad is really no exception. He basically owned the role of Bloodsport. And Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, perfect casting 101. It's been that way since the first Suicide Squad. And it remained that way in Birds of Prey, which, when I reviewed it, I really liked it, but anymore, no. And in this movie, once again, perfect casting. And I'm not just saying that because she's Margot Robbie. She's just really good. And there's a couple new faces like Polka Dot Man and King Shark, who were very entertaining as characters in the movie. And as far as the overall execution of the film, I think it's extremely well handled on James Gunn's part. For the most part, he seemed to understand what really needed to be done in almost everything. There's some stuff that I'll get into later that I don't think were necessary. But when it comes to the humor, the action, the execution of the characters, I liked how he handled all of that. The narrative was a bit of a give or take. It depended on really the circumstances. The more linear aspects of the movie was a really well done story about superheroes and this sort of government conspiracy thing. However, there are flashbacks that I thought were pretty unnecessary, which is something I have to point out, including like this flash sideways thing that is not as well handled as it was in Pulp Fiction. The flashback could have been, for the most part, cut out completely, if you ask me. And the flash sideways could have been cut between certain events, just to make the sequence of events a little bit more linear and a little bit more progressive. There's also a little bit of commentary in the movie that I just thought was very unnecessary. I know people are loving it in the mainstream critic world, but I did not think it added anything to the movie at all. I think would have been better would have been had the evil villain in the movie just been this evil villain that was experimenting on this monster thing without the whole political aspect to it. I did in the end enjoy this film more than the original Suicide Squad. There are things about it that I did not like, I will admit that. Commentary is very on the nose, pretty unnecessary, and also the movie's narrative had some non-linear aspects that I just thought would have been better without. I'm gonna give The Suicide Squad a 7. Not a bad film, it's just a bit flawed. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Please also subscribe if you're new. And as always, please remember, the Podetsky will return.